Hello busy professionals and entrepreneurs, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I wanted to share with you my own story of how I've started doing what I'm doing right now. Well, my story actually starts 2 years or 2.5 years ago when I moved to USA. Well, I actually got married and that was the reason why I moved. And yes, I've been traveling before a lot, but mainly in European countries, and I lived in a couple of those countries, including the other continent as well. So basically, this is my third continent. So when it comes to traveling, I really do have a lot of experience and a lot of good memories as well. And when it comes to my professional background, basically my background is in the field of marketing, and most of my previous experience, more than 17 years of experience, is related mainly to the marketing and sales field, although in multiple industries. So having all this background, mainly as I've mentioned in marketing and sales fields, I found myself here in USA without work for a certain period of time, and that was just based on my current situation at that time, which was waiting for the work permit. Since I'm not that type of person who's just sitting around and not doing anything, I had started to search for volunteering opportunities in USA, and that's how I've joined SCORE. So SCORE is the largest non-profit organization in USA, providing free of charge mentoring services, business mentoring services to mainly small businesses, startup businesses, and in some cases medium-sized businesses. So I basically joined SCORE only a few months after being in USA, or it was maybe, let me see, I came here in September and I joined SCORE before November. So it was basically 2 months after coming to the USA. Now, I really found that experience in SCORE very valuable, since during that time I mentored more than 50 small businesses. Some of those relationships with those businesses, mentoring relationships with those businesses, were short-term, so one-on-one coaching sessions, and at that time those were face-to-face coaching sessions. And some of them were long-term ones, so more than one coaching session or mentoring session. I found those mentoring sessions really inspiring, and it was a two-way street. It was a win-win for both those small business owners and myself, because as I found myself in a new market, in a new country, even though with a lot of my previous experience, that was a new market for me. So yes, I was sharing my knowledge, my experience with them, but at the same time I was learning from them, and I was learning about their industries of work, because yes, they needed help with their marketing strategy, and the way that they wanted to launch their programs, their products to the market, and better promote them on one side, but on the other side, they were the experts in their own fields of work. That's why they decided to start their own businesses. So as I've mentioned, I found myself learning from them too, and I found myself learning about the US mentality and the way the business is done in US. At that time, I found myself also visiting a lot of networking events, and those were local networking events. I live in Louisville, in Kentucky, and here business community is very active, I would say. So at one of those networking events, I met one business coach, and we ended up speaking for over 1 hour. And we also touched base the topic of me potentially starting my own business. Well, I could tell that most probably he had experience working with a lot of other startups, small business owners who had even less working experience than I did. And seeing me as a mentor at SCORE, who at that time mentored more than 50 small businesses, he has suggested to establish my own business. So, it got me thinking about it. Previously, whenever I thought about establishing my own business, I always saw myself not being alone in this business. I always saw myself in being in a kind of business partnerships. But with this type of business partnership, it's really necessary to have trust in that partner, and it's really necessary to to start preparing yourself a little bit ahead. However, he got me thinking about it, and I actually found myself bringing that decision pretty fast. I talked to my husband, and he said he supports me. In the meantime, I got my work permit, and voila, I started my own business. So I was searching for the name of the business for my website. I can come up with a lot of names, but all of the names were really busy. So I got a lot of ideas of the potential name, but it was really a struggle. It took me like a few days. I couldn't find the right name. Anyways, so I tried with what I wanted to share with you, how I came up with this name, Your Biz Mentor. Well, I have excellent customer service skills. I am extremely customer focused, and since my background is in the field of marketing, I always somehow found my focus on the customer. So the name that a part of the name of my business, of my domain, and my business name is Your. I wanted to include that because I wanted to show that my focus is on you. My focus is on customer. And then, I don't know, this biz is obvious because it's business. I'm oriented on business professionals. And mentor, I guess, all other names were busy. And then I was a small business mentor at that time. So it kind of made some sense. So I've chosen this name, and the domain as well as the business name were free. So nobody has taken it at that time. So I guess that was a destiny. So I've registered my company as management consultancy company. So these are the types of services that I'm providing. Now, management consultancy can be from many fields of work. Mine is marketing consultancy. So the main idea was to provide marketing consultancy services, but in the way that I would act as a marketing strategist or a marketing coach, and not really providing done-for-you services, but coaching services. I was also basically trying to find myself in this business. I didn't have the real niche. So my niche was were actually all small business owners. So I was like focused on all types of small businesses, just like I did at SCORE. Um, I was serving small business owners from multiple fields of work, from IT field, from brick and mortar retail field, e-commerce, you name it, or even manufacturing. Since my consultancies were related to the marketing, and most of their inquiries were related to the digital marketing and especially to the social media marketing, because at that time social media marketing was really booming, and they really lacked knowledge about it. So in my business at the very beginning, I had one client from brick and mortar retail, and I had one client from IT field who was just developing his own app. So being a marketer myself, I knew that it would be much better and easier if I would have a niche, no matter how, doesn't matter how you call it. However, I can relate to many other business owners out there. It's really very challenging to choose a niche, because you always have a feeling that you will be missing out on something. Like, okay, now if you say I'm serving all types of small businesses, it kind of makes your audience or your clientele larger. At least it looks like that. And if you say I serve only brick and mortar retail small businesses, then it's really narrowed down niche. But it sounds like there are not so many of them, and many thoughts come to your mind and cross your mind. However, the success really lies behind choosing the niche, and of course it takes some time to choose the right type of clients, the type of clients that you can work the best with, and you can provide the most of the value, what's really the most important. So anyways, now when I come back to my business, since I was providing management consultancy services, so I was service provider. I knew from the very beginning that my social media platform #1 should be LinkedIn, because all other business owners are there. And I wasn't really providing my services locally only, so I could provide my services nationwide and even internationally, because my services could be rendered online as well. But at that time, we weren't actually in the COVID situation, so we were still meeting face to face with clients, and online business wasn't present in it actually wasn't so much widespread. But with the appearance of the COVID, it really started booming. And at that time, I found myself online as one of the online service providers, and I found myself on LinkedIn as the major global networking place, you could say, for business professionals, for business owners, for executives in different companies. So everything was happening there. And once the COVID situation started, I was already on LinkedIn for, let me see, 6 months, I would say. So during these 6 months, I have developed very strong presence on LinkedIn. And as I already mentioned, the main reason for that was that I was new to the US. I was new to the business world in the terms of being a startup owner. so consultant who's providing services. And as we all know, people don't really buy from company. You can name your company whatever you like, but people will at the end buy from you. They will buy from people. So once they see the company who is in certain type of business, they will start searching for the person behind it, the one who is actually providing that service. So for example, if somebody sees an ad about a dental practice, their interest will be sparked by the name of the company and what they do, but at the end of the day they will start looking for the dentist name because he is the one who is service provider. So they want to see whether he has a credibility for that, whether he has good reviews, good testimonials. So it's the same in any type of service any type of service-oriented businesses, and it's the same for any service provider. So any business professional, any consultant, any coach, even for the job seekers, credibility is what really matters, because personal branding is actually the essence of the credibility. And without credibility, there is no work. So you cannot find clients, you cannot find job, anything. It's basically about your online presence. So nowadays, previously it was a little bit different, but nowadays it's about your online presence. And at the time when COVID started, I was, as mentioned previously, I was already 6 months on LinkedIn. And I was actually learning by doing and learning from all other already successful people on LinkedIn who already had a very good following and who had a lot of connections. And I could see that there are a lot of things going on LinkedIn. At that specific time, and this situation is still on, but it's, I must admit, a little bit different. The organic reach of the organic post, organic marketing on LinkedIn, so unpaid marketing, is the highest. It's the all-time high, especially if we compare it to any other social media platform out there. Because there's not much you can do on Facebook unless you have a Facebook group with a large following, or you have a business page, but the reach of this business page, organic reach, is not really a lot. So unless you are paying for the ads, Facebook ads, you will not have that much reach, And what was going on LinkedIn at that time, and it's still almost the same right now, you could post, you could create content on LinkedIn and post it there and have thousands of views. So in the very beginning, during the 6 months period of time, I started growing my followers, my connections. I've learned about the engagement strategy on LinkedIn, about content creation, about connection strategy, about video content, video marketing on LinkedIn, especially LinkedIn algorithm, and all these LinkedIn secrets. And as I was learning it, I actually had a strong feeling that, I just thought of others, all others who are going through the same situation that I was in, and they were really eager to discover more about LinkedIn and how to use LinkedIn for their business, and how to promote themselves in organic way, how to gain that credibility, and how to use LinkedIn as a platform, all its features. So I've decided, I never actually created an online course before, but because of that strong desire to help others who are going through the same problem and through the same road that I went through, I decided to create this course, which is called Leverage LinkedIn for Personal Branding and Business Growth. So basically, in this course, which consists of 50 actionable video tutorials, I have recorded my own journey of success on LinkedIn. So yes, the platform looked, the interface of the platform looked a little bit different, but it's like almost the same as it looks right now. And you can see the actual number of followers, of connections that I had at that time. You can see how many likes I had on the content that I've created, what was the engagement on it, how many views I had. And you can learn at the same pace that I was learning. But, you know, at that time, it took me 6 months to learn all of that, and I was active on LinkedIn on a daily basis. So that 6 months could mean a year for somebody else who wouldn't be that much active on LinkedIn. So I took everything I learned about the platform within these 6 months, and I presented it in my online course, within this 50 actionable video tutorials, and it took me in total 2 hours to present it. So some of the videos are few minutes long, some videos are minute long, 2 minutes long, some of them are 5 minutes long, but in total it's only 2 hours. But within these 2 hours you learn everything that I've learned that took me actually 6 months to learn. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention, I have created this course and I've used LinkedIn Basic, so not Premium account, for all this time. And one of the main reasons for that was actually to show you that you don't really need to have a LinkedIn premium account to do all that I did during this 6 months period of time, and to achieve all that I've achieved during that time. However, yes, there are certain features that you can use while having a LinkedIn Premium, and for sure it's better if you use that, but for a very beginner you don't really need it. And as I've mentioned, you can do all of these things that I've already done with just basic LinkedIn account. I actually started my LinkedIn journey by creating, it was at that time called something like 30-day video challenge, and it was very actual at that time. So I could see on LinkedIn many business professionals, business owners creating videos and posting it on LinkedIn. And as you already know, that for creating a video and posting it publicly, it's really a challenge for many of us. So it's about, we all have a fear of public speaking, and especially when it comes to the posting a video on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a business community, strictly business community. It's the place where our ex-colleagues, our current working colleagues, our potential employers, our current employers or collaborators, business partners, our clients, etc. That's really challenging, However, I have decided to do it. I just decided to do it, and this 30-day video challenge meant that You really need to post every single day a video. And sometimes you don't really feel like posting anything. So the secret was that sometimes when you feel like creating recording a video, you record a couple of them so that you can use them when you don't really feel like recording a video. So you just post the one that you have pre-recorded. So what's the benefit in it? There are a lot of benefits from it because you establish your online presence, and you establish it in a credible on a credible platform, the most credible out there, where the audience is business community, and you actually gain the credibility in that way as well. And kind of recognizability, and you develop a thought leadership, because those videos that you're recording it on the topic of your on the topic related to your expertise. So if you keep recording videos and posting videos or content on any other social media, especially on LinkedIn, about your field of work, then you'll get that recognizability. People will start instantly relating you to that field, so you will be recognized as a thought leader in that industry. And what was really interesting at that time, in the very beginning, I actually started with less than 500 connections on LinkedIn and ended up with more than 6,000 connections in less than 6 months. I would say maybe 4 or 5 months period of time. And then what was really interesting is that some LinkedIn profiles, LinkedIn users with at that time more than 10,000 or 20,000 connections or even more, started sending me connection requests on LinkedIn. So my profile really got a lot of traction, and I gained a lot of followers and connected with a lot of people. So it all started from there. Once you put yourself out there, people will start reaching out to you. Your potential clients will start reaching out to you. You're actually attracting your clients. So you are not reaching out to them. They start reaching out to you. This is one thing. And then many doors of many opportunities, global opportunities, open for you. So people start inviting you to their podcasts. You start receiving business partnership requests, requests for business collaboration, you name it. So not only that you are building your personal brand, your online credibility, recognizability, but you also connect with so many people from the similar industry, or as well as with your clients and potential business partners and collaborators. So in this way, you are actually investing in your social currency. And now that really makes sense in many ways, because there are ways that you can monetize your social media presence and your followers and your connections as well. So one of the major marketing trends in 2019, 2020, 2021 and beyond, besides video marketing, is influencer marketing as well. And by being a thought leader in certain field of work, you are kind of instantly becoming an influencer or micro-influencer in that field as well. And then companies start contacting you, and some of them are suggesting collaboration in terms of you being an influencer or brand ambassador for their firm, their company. And the next thing is that this is the latest news about LinkedIn. It's about LinkedIn announcing that they will start incentivizing content creators on LinkedIn. So basically, content creators on LinkedIn will be able to earn money from content creations on LinkedIn. Now, really, it looks like the benefits are endless. However, it all depends on person to person. So some of us, we go in our journey fast. Some of us, we go slow. It all depends. How much do we invest from our time? How much do we invest from our money? How much we invest in building relationships? How much we invest in networking? And much, much more. So the results are individual as well. But I can guarantee you, if you follow these steps and these advices, if you copy-paste my success and my steps, you are going to be successful as well. And at the end, I would like to mention, if I could do it, like being a foreigner, you could say, to the US, and not really having credibility as somebody who just, moved to this country, and as a startup owner who is not yet recognized in the market and within the business community, then you can do it as a native English speaker, as somebody who is locally probably already recognized as a business owner, and much, much more. So you can do it even better. Trust me on this. Now, if this is something that interests you, I invite you to join my online course, Leverage LinkedIn for Personal Branding and Business Growth. It is currently on promotional price, only $297, and you can complete the course in only 2 hours, within only 2 hours of your time. After you complete the course, you are granted with 2 coaching sessions with me in order to answer all the questions that you might have about the platform, about how you can reach that credibility, how you can connect, and how you can grow your audience and attract clients and produce leads. So how to generate leads and how to land clients on LinkedIn and how to build that strong personal brand. I am telling you, this course can be life-changing for you and for your business. If you're a service-oriented professional, if you are a consultant, coach, a business owner who's providing management consultancy services, financial services, accountant, a real estate broker, mortgage broker, insurance broker, this course is perfect for your type of business. If you're interested, check out my website, yourbizmentor.com/LinkedIn/course, or contact me directly on my email info@yourbizmentor.com. Subscribe to my newsletter and get more tips about how to build a personal brand on LinkedIn and how to optimize your LinkedIn profile in order to get that recognizability in order to increase the visibility and to attract your clients. Now, the highest organic reach that we can find on LinkedIn right now is not going to last forever. Use this chance, use the opportunity to establish yourself, to get a strong online presence, especially on this business platform, the most credible platform out there, and use it for your business success.